Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel, The Scholar's Outlook, where you'll find the most innovative and insightful analysis on a wide range of topics. Be sure to watch the video and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated. The topic of presentation is auditory imagery and its function in the Quranic expression. What is an auditory imagery? It is a literary device that evokes the sense of hearing in the reader's mind. In the Quran, auditory imagery is frequently used to intensify emotional impact and to convey divine warnings. The Quran often describes sounds, thunder, cries, whisper, and the trumpet of the day of judgment to remind humans of Allah's power. Listen to one ayah of Surah Al-Haqqa recited by Sheikh Ali Al-Hudayfi, example 1.
فإذا نفخ في الصور نفخة واحدة وحملت الأرض والجبال فدكتا دكة واحدة.
Listen to the English translation. Then, when the trumpet is blown with a single blast, and the earth and the mountains are lifted and crushed with a single blow. Listen to the scientific analysis. In this ayah, Allah depicts the horrible picture of the day of Qiyamah. Let me do the linguistic analysis. The auditory imagery of trumpet can be linked to the concept of a shock wave, which is a sudden and powerful release of energy that propagates through air. In physics, such waves can cause immense destruction, similar to what is described here. Earth and mountains crushed. Modern geology recognizes that mountains are formed by tectonic activity. The versus auditory imagery of mountains being lifted and crushed resonate with the idea of seismic upheaval, earthquakes, for tectonic shift that can flatten landscape. Listen to other ayah of Surah Ra'd recited by Sheikh Ali Al-Hudayfi, example 2.
ويسبح الرعد بحمده والملائكة من خيفته ويرسل الصواعق فيصيب بها من يشاء وهم يجادلون في الله وهو شديد المحال.
Listen to English translation. And the thunder glorifies Allah with his praise. And likewise do the angels from fear of him. And he sent thunderbolts and he strikes with whom he wills. Yet they dispute about Allah and is mighty in power. Thunder is not just a physical sound, but it is portrayed as a voice of praise. In fact, the loud natural sound like thunder activates auditory cortex and trigger the amygdala. It processes fear and awe. What is auditory cortex? This is the brain sound processing center located in the temporal lobe. It is responsible for hearing and sound recognition. What is amygdala? Amygdala is a pair almond-shaped set of nuclei located deep within the brain's temporal lobes. It is primarily involved in emotion, memory, and behavior. Think about the psychological impact. Studies in environmental psychology show that natural sound such as rain, thunder, and waves evoke strong emotional responses. Thunder specifically can remind humans of divine power. What a great neurotheology connection in this ayah. What is neurotheology? It is a multidisciplinary field of study that seeks to understand the relationship between the brain and religion. Research in neurotheology suggests that auditory experiences in religious texts like thunder glorifying God stimulate brain regions that are linked to spirituality. This ayah uses natural imagery of thunder, lightning, and angels that symbolize Allah's power and His control over all creation. Let me give you linguistic analysis. The Arabic word arad, which means thunder in English, it is personified as glorifying Allah's praise. This is metaphorical imagery showing that even the forces of nature are in total submission to Allah. The Arabic word al-malaika, which means angels in English, is depicted as praising Allah out of fear and reverence. This is a striking contrast between the human arrogance and disputing about Allah and the humility of celestial beings. The Arabic word as-sawa'iq, which means thunderbolts, it is used as a symbol of divine punishment and power. Lightning strikes are unpredictable and destructive that reflect Allah's will to strike whom He chooses. Have you ever thought why Allah has used thunderbolt imagery? The simple reason is to create fear and awe. Just as lightning strikes suddenly and irresistibly, Allah's will and punishment can descend without warning. There is no doubt that thunder and angels glorify Allah, showing that all creation acknowledges His authority. Then why human dispute? Neuropsychological impact. Modern studies show that listening to Qur'anic recitation activates unique neural pathways, suggesting that sound plays a direct role in shaping religious experience. Therefore, as Muslims, we should spare a few minutes to recite the Holy Quran every day, because if you recite one word, you will get 10 rewards. We also need to understand the meanings of what is mentioned in the Quran to get knowledge and then to practice accordingly. May Allah guide us all to recite and to understand the Holy Quran so that we can get immense reward in heaven. Thank you very much for listening with patience.